Hello my friends, this is Janie. Welcome to my channel. If you are a returning visitor, welcome back and thank you. I am going to share with you another project that I have been working on for my little girl's Harry Potter themed birthday party. I'm taking a break from finishing up these boxes, these Birdie Bots, every flavor beans boxes. These are super cute. I am making these using a file that I purchased from an Etsy shop, and I will share those in a later video. I kind of been working on them, trying to figure out the easiest and quite frankly most efficient way of putting these together, so I finished with a steady, or I should say sturdy box, and I think I finally figured that out. But that's a video for another day. What I'm going to share with you today is a DIY on making these awesome quills. Yes, I made some quills. I figured I made spell books, I made a wand. Why not make quills? So I made some quills. I have to make quite a few of them. So far I've managed to make 10, and I think they look fantastic. Let me pull 3 of them out so that you can get a closer look. Let me try to pick 3 different colors. I'm using red, blue, and purple feathers to make these quills, and I'm using pencils with a black eraser and black color pencils, so it's not obvious that they are pencil. For a second I thought about using pens, but for the age group that I'm making these for, pencil seems more useful because this particular age group, they're working more with pencils, not so much with pens. So I tracked down some black pencils, got some inexpensive feathers, and using some hot glue and some glitter tape just to give it a little bit of more of a finished look, I was able to make these super cool quills, and I think they turned out really nice, and I left plenty of space for them to sharpen and use the quill. I suppose if they wanted to, they can use the eraser, but I think at this point they would have to use a separate type of eraser if they had to erase at all. But it's a cute little novelty. I love it. So let me share with you how I made them. Like I said, I'm using some feathers, and these are feathers that I purchased through Amazon. I just did a search for feathers. I wanted some longer ones. I believe these are, I think, 14 inches long. They were the longest I can find, and in the price point that I was looking for. I didn't want anything too expensive. I know that in the movies and in the books they use eagle feathers. I'm not using eagle feathers. Even craft type eagle feathers are a little more expensive than what I want to invest in for this little novelty item. So I just found some inexpensive feathers from a shop on Amazon. I got them. They had a whole bunch of different colors. I went with red, purple, and blue. So that's what I started with. Then what I did was I also did a search for some black barrel pencils. I wanted the pencils to not be so obvious that they're a pencil. So I thought if I can find black pencils, barrel color pencils, or black would be awesome. And I did manage to track some down again, and I got these through Amazon. And of course the hot glue. Now, first thing I did when I got the feathers was, do you see the tip end of the feathers? I cut those off because, and you can see here in this semi-finished pencil what I mean by cut it off. If I didn't cut that off and I glued it onto the pencil, I would have a lot of this kind of plastic, I don't know what you call it, this plastic piece left on the pencil, and I think it didn't look as finished with this as it does without it. I first started gluing the entire feather onto the pencil without cutting this off, and I didn't like the way it looked. But then after I started cutting off the tip, most of this plastic tip, so that you're left with more feather than tip, I just thought it looked better. Okay, so the first thing I did was cut these tips off. Then the next thing I did was get my trusty glue gun, and I'm going to move these over. Using my glue gun, and this is what the feather looks like once you cut off that plastic tip. It just looks 100% better. Okay, so I have my hot glue gun, and again I have it on a low temp setting. I don't want the high temp because it's just a little too hot to deal with, and I don't think you need it that hot for this particular project. You're gluing a feather onto wood, so you should get a pretty good stick. Okay, so let's start with, let's just take this pencil. Okay, we're going to put a bead of glue about, I don't know, about 2 inches down from the tip. We'll start there and work our way back up to the metal that holds the eraser, and you just want it on one side. Okay, I'll get the feather ready because you know how hot glue is. It dries really quickly. So I'm just going to put some hot glue onto this pencil. Okay, nothing, not too much, not too little. You don't want a super thick line of glue, but you don't want a super thin one either. I'm gonna grab my feather, if I can grab it, and I'm gonna stick it on and press. Press. And be careful that I don't burn myself. I have a real knack for doing that. And there we have it. It's stuck on. I'm going to set that to the side, let it dry. Let's do another one. I think I have, how many more? 3 or 4 more I had to do. Here's another. Let's find them all hidden here. Okay, let's do these 3. Okay, well, I feel like there should be one more around here somewhere. Let's find that sucker. It has been crazy trying to keep track of everything that I'm making. Not so much the number of different items, and I am making quite a few, but how many of each item, because there are going to be quite a few kids at this party, and I'm hoping the number I'm making covers everyone, because if it doesn't, I'm in trouble. These are not the kind of projects you do last minute. So here's the pencil again. Let's put some glue. Not too much, not too little. It's late night here, my neck of the woods. Just finished watching the premiere of Game of Thrones. Super excited to see that come back. It's a pretty good first episode. Very happy. And now I'm back in my craft room. I don't know for how much longer I'm going to be crafting tonight, because I do have work tomorrow, but I really wanted to get these done. And you know, when you start something and you're kind of on a roll, all the supplies are out, you just want to get it done. That's where I'm at right now. So there you go. You see how that's stuck on there? That's pretty awesome. Beautiful. Let's do these last 2, and then we'll move on to the next step, okay? So let me get these feathers ready. Yeah. Those birdie boxes came out so cute. I purchased the file from an Etsy shop and had it printed on cardstock. I could have done it at home on my printer, I'm sure, but it was just easier for me to take it to Staples with a bunch of other printing projects I want it done for this particular party. I cut them out, which is probably the most tedious part, right, of the entire process, was cutting them out. Although that one was a lot easier than most because you had a lot of straight lines, and straight lines is definitely easier than circles and all these other intricate little lines. So that one wasn't too bad, but it still took some time. And then cutting all the little pieces so that I can make these clear openings. And being as particular and kind of OCD about things as I am, those boxes took a lot longer than I thought they would, but I got them done. Most of them done, half of them done. That's not even most, right? Half is not most, half is just that half. So there's that pencil. Let's do one more. So here's the feather, right? Again, I cut the tip off. Tip is cut off. I have my glue. So I spent the better part of the day getting the boxes done, or half of them done. I was hoping to do the boxes, these feathers, and make some dragon eggs, but didn't get to the dragon eggs, not today. But that's okay. I will just do them next weekend. I'm pretty good on scheduling at this point. I'm not far behind. I'm not too far ahead. I think I'm doing really good in terms of time and projects. I'm working at a good pace. I don't feel rushed. But I am finding that some of these projects are taking a little longer than I had originally planned. So there you go. Here are all 4 of the pencils that we just did with the feather glued onto them, right? So for me, I mean, I suppose you can leave it that way and that's fine, but I wanted it to look a bit more finished. So if you look at one of the pencils that is done, which is not that one, let's see. You see that what I did was I took some black tape. In my case, I had some glitter tape. I'm trying to use what's in my stash, and I just wrapped it around the end there, and to me that looks more finished. Okay, so this next step, I guess it's optional, right? You don't have to do this, but I'm going to do it because, like I said, I want a more finished look. So I cut some strips. I pre-cut a bunch of strips of this glitter tape, just enough so that it wraps around the pencil. Okay, and what I did, because I want to make sure that this tape doesn't come undone, and we know how, not all washi tapes are created equal. What I do is I start, and this particular tape is not the stickiest tape I've ever had, washi tape that is. I start by putting one end down, of course, and then I just wrap. When I'm towards the end, I add a little bit of glue. In this case, since I have my hot glue out already, I'm just gonna do a little bit of this. Why not, right? And then I'm gonna continue, this time carefully because it's going to be hot. There we go. Continue to wrap that. And there we have, oops. Gotta be careful with these glue strings, right? Can we see? Doesn't that look great? So there is a finished pencil. Now it is a quill. Isn't that the cutest thing? Let me get this glue gun out of the way. Awesome, right? Let's do another one. So we're gonna put that one to the side to dry. Grab some more of this tape. So I want to thank everyone who's taken the time to watch my, I guess it's a series, right? My little Harry Potter series. And leaving such kind and encouraging comments. It's greatly appreciated. Once this little Harry Potter series is done, I will definitely be getting back to my Create With Me videos. the next Create With Me video that will be coming up is a resin. And then I think after the resin, it will be, ooh, I think I went out of frame there. It will be an envelope flip book. Make a flip book using envelopes, I think, is the next one after the resin. So there's another one we just did. How super quick is that? You see? Let's do another one together, my friends. So I have quite a few projects lined up, and I'm excited about them, and I can't wait to share them with you. But like I said, thank you so much for taking the time to watch my little Harry Potter series. I greatly do appreciate it. If you haven't figured out by now, I'm a bit of a nerd when it comes to this kind of stuff, a little bit of a geek. And especially when it comes, you know, to my little girl, whatever she wants, if it's within my power to give it to her, I do my best. She wants a Harry Potter themed birthday party. I'm going to make sure she has the best. As far as much as I can do within my skill set. So, and I'm glad that I'm able to share it with you, and hopefully you're inspired. Even if you're not doing a Harry Potter themed birthday party, if you're doing a birthday party, you can see just how easy it is to DIY most of what you need. You figure out what you want to do, what kind of projects or what your theme is, and just embrace that theme, run with it. Look at, like I knew I wanted wands. I looked, my daughter has an authentic Harry Potter wand that we picked up from Ollivander's when we went to Florida and Disney World. And I just stared at that thing for the longest time, thinking really hard, how can I achieve this look? And boom, it just came to me. So find something to inspire you, something that can serve as a sample. Take a look at it. And we're all crafty enough where we can break it down and figure out what's the easiest way to achieve that same look without breaking the bank. That's the key. And again, I went out of frame. I'm so sorry. Good Lord. But again, all I did was wrap the tape around the pencil, and at the tip end of the tape strip, I put a little bit of hot glue so that we can have that. Okay, since I went out of frame, we're going to do one more. Let's grab. I'm going to try to keep this one in frame this time. I know. So this washi tape is actually from a stash of Halloween washi tape that I picked up, and I don't know where I got this one from. Maybe Michael's, but it's one of those washi tapes or decorative tape or whatever you want to call it that has the paper backing, which I hate. I find these tapes that come in these rolls with the paper backing, like right now I'm struggling with getting it off, just don't stick. Don't stick. I'm going to grab another piece. See, that one won't. Always difficult. There we go. See, it has that paper back. Not a fan of tape that comes with paper back, and I didn't realize that had it. You can't know because it's in a tube. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna put it in the tip end, roll the pencil, row, and keep rowing. Rowing? Rolling. Good Lord, have mercy. Okay, when we get towards the tip end of the tape there, I'm just going to put a little bit of hot glue right here. You can use whatever glue you have. I have hot glue. That's what I'm using. Okay. And roll, carefully pressing down. See that? And we have this awesome quill. Check that out. That's pretty awesome, my friends. And to think, all you need to make these are feathers, pencils, some glue, and optional, not a must, is some washi tape. So there you have it. Quills for a Harry Potter themed birthday party. Thank you so much for watching, my friends. I truly do appreciate it. And I hope you will visit me again. Until next time. Bye-bye.